Hey, how you doing? This is Juho Tunkelo, and I haven't done any of these kinds of things in a while. Well, let's say not after COVID. The wonderful COVID years that upended many people's lives, including myself. But more on that later. So I wanted to do a few of these kind of buyer's brain kind of videos to see if people following me will find these interesting and find something worthwhile. I've been making a lot of notes in my projects lately, and to see what works and why certain promotions work and why other things don't work quite as well. So I think you'll find this interesting. Anyway, so I wanted to start off with something that sounds a little academic, but it's really interesting. It's called narrative coherence. And it's something that I came across. Somebody posted that they asked AI, probably ChatGPT, the question, give me an extremely hot take on the state of humanity, why humans do what they do. And the answer was that, perplexingly, people, as humans, with carbon for brains and whatnot, prefer narrative coherence, aka a story that makes sense, beyond anything, be it survival or looking good or any desire you could have. This need, core need for having narrative coherence goes above everything else. The story that you're telling yourself has to make sense. So what this means is like even if you're in a tough spot, maybe you're in the battlefield, you're in a war, or you have a tough situation in your life. Maybe you're going through a divorce, or you're getting sacked from your job or whatever, and you feel that what's actually going on might not be quite as threatening. Well, okay, maybe on the battlefield it might be, but the number one threat is to your story. I thought I was going places. I thought I was going to have a family with this person. I thought I was going to be with this company for much longer. But now I got sacked. So your story, your narrative is shaken. And that's the most difficult thing people seem to be dealing with. And, challenges in life are generally just that, challenges to the narrative. And nothing more serious than that. 9 times out of 10, it's not so serious, and you'll get over it, and you'll find another narrative. And a lot of people, okay, let's say this divorce thing, it often happens that if you're getting divorced or ending a relationship, whatever it is, maybe one of them might find another partner like this. And it seems like, how did that happen? How is that even possible? But they wanted to keep that narrative going, and they just found another person super quickly to sort of fulfill the need in that story. And it sounds kind of crazy, but it's what happens all the time. I think you can see that. So what's interesting is the narrative is actually the active ingredient of ego or identity. The feeling of going, okay, I'm going from this place to another place. And if you think about like Mike Tyson or Dr. Dre, guys who came from nothing or less than nothing, and difficult life situations, and they made themselves great success and riches and whatnot. It's that narrative that drove them, and people want to copy them because they want a version of that for themselves. So, okay, how does all of this relate to marketing? I could wax lyrical philosophically about this for a long time, but in terms of marketing, A lot of my friends over here are doing marketing for a living. So what we do as marketers ultimately is we give little nudges and these clues towards altering that personal narrative in a direction where they feel like that the narrative is taking the right turn in the right direction, and you're getting, as you move along, let's say a video sales letter or or a sales page, as you move along you get these nudges and your inner narrative is starting to turn into this brighter, slightly brighter version, and your destination shifts. So if you do this one weird thing and you'll almost there, take this pill and you'll travel more comfortably and do this and this. I won't tell you how just yet, but if you do it, surely you can see that your destination will be what you always wanted it to be. So it can't be a complete replacement of that original narrative. That would feel weird and frankly really hard to do. But it's close enough to what the narrative is now, and with slight alteration here and there, the journey feels like it's worth doing, and that's when the rubber meets the road. So I don't know if that sounds a little vague, but I think if you're into marketing psychology and things like that, you'll get the gist of it. I just thought that was really interesting insight into the human condition and why we do the things we do, and why we are so shaken when our inner narrative is kind of threatened, or it's necessarily turned into something it wasn't before, and how eagerly we jump on an opportunity when it kind of tells you that, okay, that thing you were looking for is kind of available, but it has to be believable. It can't be too far removed. All right, so that's in a nutshell what I wanted to talk about today, and I'll have a few more of these bias brain type of things in the coffer, so I'll talk to you soon again. Over and out.